Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory career mode with St. Pauli. This is episode number 63, and today we are back with 3 big games with our Buccaneers in the league and the Champions League as well, as we try and extend our long unbeaten run of 11 games in all competitions without a defeat so far. Our first game is away at Volkspark Stadion as we take on our crosstown rivals Hamburg, and then our second game is at home to Jose Mourinho's Manchester United in the 5th and penultimate Champions League group stage game, where a win will guarantee qualification with a game to spare. Our third and final game is against Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga as we take on the side who so far are the only team in the league to yet record a win. So let's dive straight into the first game of today's episode, away against Hamburg, as we try and get a win against our rivals in our first meeting against our crosstown rivals this season. So Hamburg away, first game today. Can we get the win and extend our unbeaten run to 12 games in all competitions? Let's find out. Come on, St. Pauli. One chance just before the break in a terrible first half for Hamburg to go in front. Halilovic finds Lasogga and Leno pats it in the air and catches the rebound. And that will do it for the first half. My goodness, other than that, there's been literally nothing to report in these first 45 minutes. Probably one of the worst performances from St. Pauli throughout the entire series so far. Nothing going on at all. And we learned from our mistakes last season or so. You'd think we can't afford to slip up this year if we want to be crowned champions. 45 minutes to go, and this isn't good enough. We need to find a winning goal. You cannot expect to win silverware playing like this. There's been literally no highlights or opportunities for St. Pauli in a terrible first half. And again, I mentioned it briefly there, we can't afford to slip up this year. We are 7 points clear at the top of the table, but Bayern are that good that any sort of slip-ups like this, and they are right back in it. It's like when the Warriors go on their runs, you know, and a 4-point, lead becomes a 21-point deficit. With us, that's the exact same thing right now. If we slip up in these sort of games, before we know it, Bayern are 1 point behind us and 1 win away from going top of the table. We can't afford to have a 0-0 draw as Lasogga fires one just wide of the post. Something's got to change. I need to change formation or change some lineups going out here. Like, nothing is going on for St. Pauli, and we've done absolutely nothing throughout the entire game. Alright, so I'm going to change formation here. I'm going to go to a custom formation I sometimes do with this 3-5-2 to get a few more attacks, where my DMs become cams, and I only have 2 centre-backs because I play one of these centre-backs as a striker, and I play a sort of like a 2-5-3 and just try and get as many attacks as possible and hope that we'll be able to create something from this. We'll go ahead and take off Colin Kadira. We shall bring on Mario Gomez, because we know that Selke doesn't even score in the league ever. I don't know why I even put him on the bench for these sort of games, because I'm never going to bring him on as he's so bad in the Bundesliga. We'll take off Kadira, we'll bring on Gomez, and he's already got 3 goals for St. Pauli this season, and we'll hope that this adventurous formation will help us find the winning goal from somewhere, because right now, I mean, it's looking like there'll be no goals whatsoever. It's been absolutely terrible. It's not good motivation for the Manchester United game in 3 days' time either, as Victor Andrade is going to take this corner, which went into the centre towards Mario Gomez, headed away. It'll drop to Kala. He finds Charities into Velena. Nice little flick to Poulsen. First time fake shot, frees up some space, and René Adler makes a really important save. But good to get our first chance there. Poulsen denied by Adler, still 0-0. But now we're starting to attack as a man heads that cross just over the bar. Come on, St. Pauli. We're good enough to score goals. The league's highest score is 27 goals in 10. Let's get just 1 today. I'll be satisfied with just a 1. And I'm rarely ever satisfied with 1 goal, but I will be in this game if it wins us the game. We cannot afford to slip up here against our rivals away at the Volkspark Stadion. Yannick Vestergaard finds Douglas Santos though, and Janko is sent down his left flank. De Ligt comes across, tackles him well, and keeps hold of the ball. And now a chance on the break. Come on, now you see the urgency from St. Pauli. Now you see the players demanding the ball back once they release it. Now we're attacking. Now we're looking for chances. Now we're looking for goals. Ball inside. Mavraj clears it. But finally now we're starting to have some sort of urgency and tempo. Velena, Poulsen, Andrade inside the area. Andrade, Adler saves it, still 0-0. Come on. Velena with this corner, which went into the centre towards Mario Gomez, headed away. It'll come back to Velena, he'll get another go, kept it in play. Gomez heads it off the woodwork and behind for a goal kick, still 0-0. But we're coming now, we're coming for that goal to win this game. Come on, lads. There is still time for us to win this game. Leno's goal kick straight to Andrade's head, who flicks onto Vilhena. And Vilhena to the Brazilian down his left-hand side. Ekdal playing catch-up, but he shouldn't be able to keep up with the speedster. Andrade, who cuts inside. Great work. Still Victor Andrade. It's really good work. He's inside to Vilhena. Oh, what a save by Adler. But the rebound comes straight back to him. And Tony Vilhena, who's been in fine form this season, opens the scoring with just over 10 minutes to go. And surely wins it for St. Pauli. A huge winning goal from the Dutch midfielder. And finally, we have the breakthrough and we take the lead. And my God, do we need it, but all the credit should go to Andrade. Fantastic work to cut him from the left. Vilhena's shot was really well saved by Adler initially, but it dropped straight back to his feet, and he couldn't miss the rebound as he scores his first in the Bundesliga this year and opens the scoring in the crosstown rivalry. Hamburg 0, St. Pauli 1, and thank God for that. Well, we didn't really turn up to this game until the second half, but finally we get the job done late on through Tony Vilhena, scoring a rebound goal with 10 minutes of normal time to play. A huge win in the rivalry for St. Pauli. It keeps us top of the table by at least 7 points, and my goodness, do we need that late goal. No slip-ups are allowed, so it was vital we found a late winning goal from Vilhena, a really important one, and I'll give him man of the match as well. I mentioned in the last episode, he is in good form this season. He's probably playing his best football in a St. Pauli shirt, and with him getting his first goal today, what a crucial one it could prove to be come the end of the season. Okay guys, diving straight into the second of 3 games today as we take on Manchester United at home at the Milan Tour in our penultimate Champions League group stage game, where actually I think just a draw will guarantee qualification to the knockout stages, but a win will certainly guarantee it and guarantee top spot as well. So of course we want to win, keep the good unbeaten run in the Champions League going. So far 0 defeats in Europe, hopefully it stays that way and we'll get our 4th win in 5 games. So Manchester United, second of 3 games today and only European game. Can we keep our unbeaten run going? Can we get a win to guarantee top spot? Hopefully so. Come on St. Pauli, again, can't slip up. I guess that's going to be the theme of this season, really. No slip-ups allowed, ever. League, Europe, I guess the cup's fine. But certainly not the league in Europe, that's for sure. We do want to win some silverware this season. I wouldn't be against winning Deutsche Pokal. Just getting our first piece of major silverware is the most important thing this year. But, of course, the league is our top priority, and Champions League is second priority. So, Manchester United at home, and again, a win guarantees top spot. So I want nothing but that. Come on St. Pauli, we're good enough for it despite major changes. I'm confident we'll get the 3 points tonight. Well, this game has started off just like the Hamburg game, still 0-0, no chances to report. Both sides continuing to surrender possession in the opponent's half. And that's why there's been no chances at all. Maybe one here though as Leon Bailey cuts in from the left. This is how he scored against Hamburg, and Bailey's shot is well saved by De Gea, who manages to get it clear to Luke Shaw, and United should clear the ball. Oh, well, they're dicing with danger here, and Pogba says enough of this. Hoof it into touch, still 0-0, and the first chance coming to us as we try and break the deadlock. Pogba to Griezmann, now Paul on the ball through towards Mkhitaryan, and the Armenian finds Griezmann, plays a 1-2 with the former Atletico Madrid boy. Mkhitaryan crosses, and Khedira's header looped up in the air awkwardly, and Leno just about casually got to the ball first and prevented it from going over his head and into the top corner. Still 0-0, but United almost opening the scoring in bizarre fashion. Billing takes it around Darmian, looks to play it inside towards Bailey. Great chance here. Leon Bailey evades his challenge and smashes it in. And there is our first goal. Leon Bailey puts us in front and makes it 1-0 to the Buccaneers just past the hour mark. Billing just about kept hold of the ball past his man, plays it through to Bailey, and look at that from Leon. He sees Eric Bailly coming in hard with the slide tackle, so he takes his time and smashes the ball. To be fair at De Gea, who should have done much better, to be honest. It's straight at him, and it hits him in the midriff and goes into the back of the net. We don't care, though, how it goes in, so long as it does. 1-0 St. Pauli, and Leon Bailey opens the scoring and maybe sends us through top of the group. Here's Darmian inside to Griezmann. Chance for United to hit back. Nice ball inside. Mkhitaryan goes for goal, and Leno makes the save to stop the former Dortmund man for equalising for the Red Devils. Still 1-0 as Griezmann will take the corner as we try and see out these 3 points. Great corner though. Aubameyang gets onto the loose ball, dinks it inside. How Gal gets it clear. Can we defend and hold on to this win, which will guarantee us going through and finishing top as well? We targeted qualification. I wasn't fussed about first or second, but in the end we've guaranteed qualification and a place at top of the group with a game to spare. A 1-0 win against United gives us the 3 points, and that's our progress into the round of 16 confirmed with 1 game left in the group. It wasn't exactly a great game, neither side played particularly well, but we took the one chance we got though, so delighted with that. And I'll give man the match to Kalita, who I thought defended pretty well for us in a rear guard effort as we got the 3 points we needed. Qualification guarantee with a game to spare, and with such a congested fixture list, doesn't that feel good? We can now rest all of our players in the final game against Ajax, knowing that we're guaranteed to finish top of the group no matter what happens. Alright then guys, so moving into our third and final game of today's episode as we play host to Hoffenheim, who have just picked up their first win of the Bundesliga campaign this season, but still sit in 17th place with just 7 points picked up from 11 games. So still certainly fancying our chances of keeping the unbeaten run going and extending it to 14 games in all competitions, and hopefully extending our gap at the top of the table as well. We've got 30 points from 11 games, 10 wins from our first 11, and now I want to make it 11 in 12 and show Bayern Munich and the chasing pack that we are not giving up top spot all season long, unlike last year. So Hoffenheim, third and final game today. Let's get this win. No slip-ups allowed. We've got to keep getting these 3 points in every single game. Here's Danilo down the left-hand side for Hoffenheim. First chance could come to the visitors, but De Ligt blocks the cross. Unfortunately, it will deflect straight back to Hoffenheim player though, as they keep the chance alive. Mahmoud Dahoud looks for space, plays it inside Fifi. What a turn! And the shot just wide the post. He took out 2 St. Pauli shirts with a lovely turn just inside their area. But unfortunately, he couldn't hit the target with the finish. And thank goodness for that. Hoffenheim very close to taking a surprise lead. Oh my god. But it is still 0-0, and oh my goodness, we started off just like against Hamburg, playing very poorly and looking nervous. What's going on? Well, this has been a terrible start to the game. Hoffenheim looking the stronger team. They are dominating possession. We are yet to create anything. It is just like the Hamburg match. And I'm not against changing to the 2 at the back formation now before half time, because we've got to create chances. Our game plan is all about offense. We can't just sit back and hope for the best and hope to defend and do alright, because we know that Bayern Munich are going to continue to win games. You see in the top right there, already going 2 goals up, and we right now are struggling as Hoffenheim come forward again. Rottweiler heads the clearance away, across away, but Mahmoud Dahoud gets onto the end of the clearance, finds Beric. Beric turns, shoots deflected, and the shot by Maurer goes over. That's it. I'm going to 2-5-3 right now. This is terrible. I think this might be the formation we use throughout the entire season from now on, because this is getting ridiculous now. Switching to that 2-5-3 with 1 CM, and they're going to hope for the best. I'll take off Matthias De Ligt as he's our weakest centre-back and bring on Lundin, Zlatan's regen off the bench, and hope for the best. Velena does track back, by the way, a medium-high work rate, so it's not actually as bad as you'd think. I mean, when you look at his formation, there's not many other ways of putting it when it comes down to defensive stability, but I'm confident we'll get more chances and more goals with this formation, because the 3-5-2 just isn't doing it anymore. So got to switch to this and hope for the best. Great pass inside, and a chance here for Hoffenheim. Schwegler on the ball. Oh, he's taken down. It's a penalty, and it's a penalty with 3 minutes to go in the half. Moses trips Schwegler up, and I don't think I can have any complaints whatsoever. I tried to win it with a stand tackle there, but instead just seemed to collapse into him. And whilst I got nowhere near the ball and it was going out of play, there was still contact, and I can't complain. Hoffenheim have the chance to go in front and record their 2nd win in 2 when it had 0 all season long at the start of the year. And Leno makes the save. Leno makes the save, and Oja gets the ball clear. Bernd Leno bails me out big time. And fortunately, it's still 0-0 just before the break, but we are all over the place right now. Come on, come on, come on. A man finds Victor Andrade. Let's get in front just for the break. A real sucker punch for Hoffenheim if we can. Andrade cuts inside, does really well, and looks for a teammate. He finds one. It's Charities, and it's a brilliant save by the goalkeeper as he turns it behind for a corner. Now we're starting to respond. This is just like the Hamburg game, and now let's find that goal. Come on, man. We are so much better than this. I mean, seriously, we are so much better than this. And we've not played well at all in today's episode, which is such a shame. After a really great run of form, we're beginning to slow down. And you can't afford to do that with Bayern Munich right on your tail. You've got to keep on winning and refuse to slip up. Charities does well to turn Danilo and turn on the afterburners. Down this right-hand side, keeps the ball in play. He's got a man getting in the area. He's got Paulsen getting in the area. He gives it to a man. What a save by the goalkeeper. And Nicholas still gets it clear. That was the moment to go in front, but a brilliant reactionary stop by the keeper. Keeps Hoffenheim still on level terms, but now we're turning up. We are going to score at this rate as Phoebe goes down the left-hand side, tries to play it inside, but Khedira is there. The worry, though, is that Hoffenheim are going to score as well, and we won't score more than once in this game. But for the time being, it's all right. It's still 0-0, and we're now looking the better team, like we are. Amang, Charities, Lundin, down the right-hand side, Zlatan's regen, getting into the area, floating one to the back stick. Poulsen heads it off target. Come on, St. Pauli. Draws are going to feel like defeats this season. They really, really are. Come on, there's still time. Moses wins it back and levers one from range and off the post as well from the skipper. So close. Come on, come on, come on. There's still time. Mane wins it back. Lundin controls just. Feeds it across to Chichariti. Bailey is through. Bailey is through. Bailey scores. Bailey scores. St. Pauli 1. Hoffenheim 0. And with just over 5 minutes to go, Leon Bailey has won us the game and made it 1-0 to St. Pauli and surely delivered a huge 3 points for the Buccaneers. It's going to be back-to-back late wins in the Bundesliga, but I won't mind one bit as long as we see out these 3 points. Great ball by Chichariti to Bailey, who's inside, and what a finish. It's 2-2 for Leon, and this is why you guys asked me to sign him and bring him to the club. You guys made the right decision with his signing. I'm thanking you guys for that as we go in front due to my tactical changes. We're working together, and we're staying top of the table. Come on, St. Pauli. I say it all the time, 1-0 wins are not the St. Pauli way, but right now I will take it. 3 1-0 wins in a row, but it will keep us top of the table and guarantee qualification to the Champions League knockout stages, top of the group as well. And this was such a big win. I'm delighted to get it. We stay top of the table by quite a few points, and Leon Bailey once again separates the sides. Hoffenheim played pretty well in this game and had a definite case to claim at least a point, but Bernd Leno made a massive penalty save in the first half, which we can't forget. I think perhaps the first penalty save of the series. I don't even remember us saving one before, in normal time at least. Big win, and I'll give man the match to Colin Khedira, who, like his CB colleague Daniel Rock, must have been shattered come the end of the game, playing 2 at the back. We got the win, and that's the most important thing, and oh my goodness, did we need that. Get in. And that will end today's episode of our Road to Glory career mode with St. Pauli as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and it really helps the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you for the next episode of our RTG with the Buccaneers very soon.